This press conference is to just to inform the members of the public, particularly those whose children are attending primary and secondary schools, that they don't need to buy any resource material to enable the child to obtain quality education in the primary and secondary school. Now, this is our plan. With respect to the resource material, we will provide the resource material to every child in primary and secondary school. Now, the two approaches we have taken. One is, if you go and log on to our homepage, the Ministry of Education homepage, you will find that we have uploaded soft copies of the resource material from year 1 to year 11 for every subject. One or two subjects we are still in the process of uploading. The remaining materials will be uploaded before end of next week, which means before the school starts. So those children who have access to PCs at home, they can download this material and save it on their desktops or laptops. So each student can have a soft copy of the resource material. In addition to that, we are now printing this material. Every student will receive a hard copy of this resource material. Now, the latest by end of March. The latest by end of March, which means some schools will have it next month. Okay. As we speak, we are doing printing of this material. The materials will be delivered to the schools. Now, in addition to the resource material, so these resource materials are, for example, notes, workbooks. These are prepared by our curriculum development unit. Now, in addition to this resource material, there are certain prescribed textbooks and novels that the students must have. What we are doing is we will purchase this on a wholesale basis and boost the school's text bank. Every school have their own text bank. So we will provide this to the schools. We will boost it. So students will borrow it, and at the end of the year they will return it. So they will be circulated every year. And of course this needs to be replaced. We have sourced our funding from different areas. So which means that students don't have to purchase a novel or a textbook. We will provide it to them. To some extent, in some cases, they might have to share it, but we want to avoid that. Okay? So by end of week 1, we will know exactly how many students need it. Now, some students may want to purchase their own, and some schools already have it for years 12 and 13, full set, so we don't have to purchase it. So we will need from schools how many additional textbooks and novels do they need for different years. So we will collect the data. We are also at the same time putting out an appeal to all parents to donate the used textbooks and novels to schools. There are thousands of these lying idle at home. We are suggesting you donate it to the school, the nearest school, in the first week. So it goes to the text bank, and we can utilize that. So otherwise it's just wasted, and so on. So we are appealing to parents that if you don't have a younger sibling and the child has used the textbook and novel, donate it to the nearest school. So what we are saying to parents is the only thing you need to purchase is stationery and exercise books. In addition to stationery and exercise book, you don't need to purchase anything else in terms of resource material. We will provide through the school system. Okay? So those parents who have purchased it, you can either retain it or keep it, and you own this, and you might donate it next year. So we're saying that, look, there's no need to panic. We do understand that the cost of textbooks have gone up, and some people from low income families, households are finding it difficult to purchase. That we do understand that a large number of households may not have that kind of savings to purchase textbooks, which are quite expensive. And that is why we now have decided to boost the textbook bank in schools, so that parents don't have to fork out additional money to purchase textbooks. What all they need is to send the child to the school with the required stationery and exercise books. Thank you. Any questions?
So was this information conveyed to the school to the parents earlier, maybe last year, after the school talk about in the school?
There was some miscommunication. We are now instructing the schools not to give out any textbook or novel list. The only thing they can give out is the exercise books. We will purchase it for them.
So what of parents that have got books? There are parents that do their preparations early, they might have got books last year.
Good on them. They probably have a savings. They have savings. What we are saying is that it's for people who can't afford to buy. We will purchase. Those people who can afford to buy, they want to buy, they want to have their own copy, they want to write names on it, they want to make notes on it, to do that.
Sir, with regards to the soft copies, for those schools, not all schools has internet, in terms of
Good
somehow
question.
they get it.
Good question. We will deliver a flash drive to every school. Every school. So there are two ways students can download material: from the homepage, or they'll go with a flash drive to their school. Go with a flash drive to the school. The school will say whether it's in the library, the PCs, where the materials are uploaded. So you can download from there.
And so with regards to the printing, will the school also fork out that for the student?
No. Because this is an interim measure. We are printing for them. We are printing and binding for them. We will deliver it to the school. That's what I'm saying. The latest by end of March. We need some time in terms of printing as well as distribution. So don't rush into printing. The students shouldn't rush into printing it, because we are doing it. Every student will have a set of resource material. So the textbooks and novels are in addition to this resource material. Textbooks and novels are, we don't write novels. Yeah.
So another query is with regards to, you gave a deadline of March.
Yeah.
For some schools, is the deadline too late in terms of school will start on January?
You don't need it. Every teacher has a set of resource material in textbook and novel. Every teacher has a set of resource material and a novel and textbook right now. They will use it in the classroom. You don't need it now. You get my point? See, come and teach Pythagoras theorem. You don't need a textbook. You can teach it. But we are making it more easier for the student to have this material and take it home. And so in addition to that, so every teacher will have a set of resource material, textbooks and novel to come and teach in the classroom. This set of materials and the textbook and novel that the student will have is to allow them to undertake self-directed learning. So when you have a set of resource material and textbook and novel, you can undertake self-directed learning at your home, at your leisure time, in the evening. 8 to 4:30, 8 to 3:30, the teacher will be there with the resources to teach you. You can't be sitting there reading a textbook while the teacher is teaching. The resource materials is for self-directed learning outside teaching time. Any other question?
Will there be conditions placed on the students for damaging those books?
Well, those are taken as given, that you don't throw around the books, etc., because we want these materials to have at least a shelf-life of about 4 to 5 years. But over time, we can shorten the shelf-life, because every year we've got a fixed amount of money set aside for printing new set of materials. The other thing is that This year we're going to undertake extensive revision of the curriculum, benchmarking it against some of the leading countries in terms of quality primary and secondary education. So that is something else that you need to keep in mind. That the materials will be changed. The content will be changing. Any other question? So we clear. We all are in the same wavelength. That look, we will provide the resource material to every child in 2 months' time. We got funding for that. We got allocation for that. We will boost the textbook bank. Schools are having textbooks, novels. We will further boost it, but we will need data from the schools by end of week 1. How many students required? How many students are there? What are the existing stock of material do they have? So based on that, we will do a wholesale purchase and deliver it to the schools. With regard to resource material, we are printing, which will be delivered to the schools. But if students can immediately have access to it, if they have access to internet, what all they need is to buy a plus drive, and then they have access to internet.
Roughly how much is the ministry spending on this program?
It's a significant amount, but that's the commitment that the Bainimarama government has in terms of ensuring that we remove all kinds of obstacles students and parents may face to provide access to primary and secondary education to their child.